A wingboard is basically an airfoil, kind of like a flying wing, like a stealth bomber. And the rider's basically strapping his feet to the top of that thing and getting pulled behind the airplane. It's the equivalent of wakeboarding, except instead of behind a boat on water, you're behind an airplane carving through clouds. I'm a tinkerer. Since I was a kid, I was the one taking things apart and trying to figure out what I could build from them in the basement. And you know, that just continues to this day. This idea came from a childhood cartoon. The Disney cartoon Tailspin had Kit Cloud Kicker, and he would jump out of the back of the airplane, throw this little board that looks kind of like this under his feet, and then surf the clouds. So the first one started as a piece of paper, and I'd toss it and see how that would work. Once I realized that worked, I started building my foam. Just bought some flat foam.
Oh.
And from there, we just started scaling up.
He's upright.
Yeah. Version 5 was the first real rider, human rider, that could make most of the motions that the rider could. But it wasn't quite big enough to get all the safety features into it and to really show that this is going to work in full scale. Parachute attached. That's where we got to where we're at today with version 6, the 40% prototype. The human rider's actually been the biggest design challenge of all this. It's like designing a human from scratch. A lot of the problems we've been dealing with are making sure we can balance the rider on top of the board. So this is our analog rider. We affectionately call him James. You have to make sure all the joints are sized and that all the tension in all the joints is just right, that everything is tight, but it's not so tight that you don't have that give that the human body has. So really about 3/4 of the design effort has been designing a rider that can mimic what a human can do. Before we even strap these behind an airplane, we strap them to the side of a car. And that way we can really fine tune them and make sure everything's gonna work before we're 300 or 400 feet up in the air going 70 miles an hour. So we got a whole bunch of the local RC club members out here. This will be the first public demonstration of the wingboard. So let's go over the flight before we get going. So the way that we're gonna be performing the test tomorrow is we've got a 40% tow plane. Linkage on. Tow plane will accelerate off the ground, the wingboarder will get lift, come off the ground, and they'll just fly right behind each other in formation. All right, a little bit lower on this next one as we come around. Some of the things we're looking for in testing is stability and control. We want to make sure that the wingboard's stable, that the rider's able to withstand the forces that he's experiencing. A lot of the joints on the rider are designed so that they'd break at a similar scale load level that the actual human body, you would start spraining wrists or breaking bones. All right, I'm good to do a barrel roll. We're looking to see how much maneuverability and control the rider has. What's he capable of doing? Is he able to stay in a safe position? Is he able to go out and have fun? Okay, rolling. That was gorgeous. Where I really trace the wingboard back to is the wingsuit guys. It's aimed at the wingsuit flyers that are bored of jumping off the mountains now and only being able to fly for 60 or 90 seconds. You can fly for as long as your muscles are gonna let you. That's gonna be the limit now. All right, we're gonna be popping the chute on this pass. I've been a flight test engineer for about 6 years now, working in the aerospace industry. My 9-to-5 job since I got out of college has been testing. I test everything from small UAVs to large full-size aircraft. That's my bread and butter. So I'm out here in the workshop from about 8 until 1 in the morning every day working on this. A lot of these designs come out of garages. The wingsuits came out of garage. A guy was sewing them up using his wife's sewing machine. And that's really where this gets the start too. Flying's my passion, and this is just that meeting of pushing the boundaries of aviation, pushing the boundaries of what the human being can do, and doing something that's never been done before in aviation and really be able to explore the edge of the envelope.